Warning: the following presentation may be disturbing or triggering to some viewers. All information on this channel is provided by the local news and is public to all viewers for your own research. Viewer discretion is advised.
Wagwan, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Talk the Things podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about a story that I was surprised to hear happen where it happened, because you don't really hear about those stuff happening in those areas. But we're going to be talking about a story of a shootout that happened in Aurora. That's such a hard word to pronounce for me. I hope I'm saying it right, but that's how it's pronounced. That's how I'm trying to pronounce it, at least, is Aurora. It's in York region, and it was a 17-year-old who wound up getting killed. He was the one that was involved with the shootout, and he lives with his dad. And his dad, I want you guys to remember this now, his dad owns a gun, and the reason why he has that is for protection in case anything happens to his house. Now, we don't really know what the 17-year-old is involved with, why the dad will say that, or for just ordinary protection. But here in Canada, not much people have that, you know what I mean, unless you're involved with some shit and you're gonna legally go get your something them now. But I mean, it's just like you're gonna hear this whole story and it gets a little weird. So I want to go into the actual crime of it now. And it happened on October 30th, and about around 7:50 p.m., right? Police got called for a B&E, breaking and entry. They said somebody, that's what they got a call for. Now, I believe, because it's kind of fuzzy around this stuff, but from what I'm going by, from what the news is saying, the article I read, it was the 17-year-old's house, the one that did the shootout, that they got called over there for the breaking and entering. So when police reached now, they were talking. It said that they had a confrontation, or not even a confrontation, but they were like talking to each other, right? The police and the 17-year-old. Now, it's not clear who shot first, but there was a shootout and the 17-year-old died. Now, I don't want to put his name out there, even though it was already released. Just because they say he's underage, it was hard for me to even find a name anyway. Then I seen one thing put out the name, but I'm not going to put out the name. It will be in the news article. Now, there was a police that we don't know if he got shot, but he said he had minor injuries. So I want to play you guys a news video. But first, I want to play you guys a video of the gunshot them that are just going off and people are hearing this. And then I'm going to play you guys the news, and I'm going to come back with my thoughts.
17-year-old son was killed in what officials are describing as an apparent shootout between the teen and several police officers. It happened here on Downey Circle in Aurora. Nearby residents say they are shaken after hearing multiple gunshots ring out yesterday evening.
After those three bangs, I personally did not hear anything after that for a little bit until I saw cops outside. I heard more gunshots from up the street.
A blown-out window on a police vehicle sits in front of a home on Downey Circle, the aftermath of a fatal confrontation. That home, the location of a reported break-and-enter, according to officials who say an individual called it into police at around 7:45 Wednesday night.
Soon after officers arrived at the scene from York Regional Police, there was an exchange of gunfire between the 17-year-old male and 4 police officers. The male was struck multiple times and pronounced deceased at the scene.
This couple, who lives next door, were not home at the time but returned to find their vehicle and home riddled with bullets and a shotgun and what they describe as a machete on their driveway.
We saw on our doorbell cops kind of banging at the door, cops and a SWAT team, and we were scared, obviously. Kind of asked them through the doorbell what was happening. They wouldn't give us any information, just asked us if we were home or if anyone was in the home that shouldn't be, which we didn't know of anything. They said, identify yourself, we can't tell you anything else. If you come here, you can talk to us. We came here, and there was a shooting right pretty much on at the end of our driveway.
Yeah, there's 4 bullet holes in my work truck. There's one in the soffit of our front porch.
Family has identified the 17-year-old boy as Mikael Rashid. His mother, speaking with City News, now raising questions about what exactly happened, noting that the boy actually lives in that residence with her ex-husband. She says he was alone at the time.
I think it was a break and enter, but how can he can be the break and enter person when he's having dinner in his own house? That doesn't make sense to me, Erica. My ex-husband did have gun there for protection. Somebody might have broken and entered. Mikhail probably went upstairs, got the gun, whatever, but he wasn't the one that was breaking and entering because this was his own house.
Lala describes her son as a protector. She says that she is in contact with her ex-husband, who right now is too distraught to speak. Meanwhile, SIU are encouraging anyone who may have information or video evidence that may help in this investigation to contact them. In Aurora, Erica Natividad, City News.
All right, so you guys just heard the news clip and you heard what the mom had to say, which was very interesting. If the son is in the house, like she said, eating dinner or whatever, like, I don't know. There's just so much with this. But these were my questions, right? The first one was, did somebody break in and they called the police? And when the man went outside, he thought that like those were not the police or something and start to shoot them up. I don't really know. Like I said, we're left to questions right now. But who shot first? Because like I said, a news article didn't say who shot first. It said that they were talking and then the 17-year-old died. That's literally how it goes. And how one of the officers had minor injury, that there was 4 officers that was there, or 5, I believe, 4 or 5, and that only one of them had to go to the hospital for minor injuries. But it never said who shot who first and what really happened. But the last thing that I had a question on was it a mental thing? Like, was he going crazy? Was there somebody not breaking into the house? And I don't want to say going crazy, but when people go into psychosis and they think that there's people trying to run them down, there's people in the house. Was it a case like that? And the man went outside and was talking wild to the police, and then the police shot him up. And like, we don't really know what happened with this case. There's bare investigation going on right now, but we don't know much. So we're just kind of left to speculate, which I hate doing, but you're gonna have questions when you see something like this go down. I just want to know who called the police, because it never said. It just said that police got a call at 7:50. But if the police ended up going to his house, then it must have been them that was calling the police. So was he imagining a break-in and entry? Did somebody really break in and he went to go get the dad's gun for protection? Why did the dad have the gun? Was the gun a legal gun? Did he have it because he was involved with some shit and he knew people was running them down? Bare questions, bro. We don't really know. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about this whole situation down below. And we will talk next time on Talk the Things podcast.
Pretty little Barbie, got the body of a goddess.